So welcome to the team from Texas A&M Corpus Christi, the Geospatial Information Science program. They've just finished the 2025 NSPS student competition. So tell us a little bit about what you thought of the competition. What was most challenging or most interesting of the 2 days?
I think one of the bigger probably issues was definitely the walking, or not much of an issue, but definitely one of the pain things that we felt afterwards.
It was one of those things that wasn't bad at first. It's just as we went on, first day our legs were sore. We always like, all right, we're done walking, and then the next day it carried over to today. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be nice when we get home and can just sit around.
And speaking of the exercises on the mall, the Washington Mall, was any particular aspect of that day challenging or interesting?
I think some of the things we have a little more experience with, like the Traverse, I think we have a little more experience with, but there were definitely the two new events this year, which were the GPS event was where we had a deed and had legal information about different plats. I think that one was definitely a challenge. There was a lot of conceptual thinking with coordinate geometry that we're not super used to.
And when it comes to the competition and knowing that you were going to be a team going to it, did you do any preparation? And if you did so, what did you do and when did you start?
So we did preparation. I want to say we started the second to last weekend in February, and we practiced every Saturday. One of the events is the Wild T2, so one of our practices was practicing with that instrument. And we practiced with instruments for the different events as well as practice some of the math.
We basically almost had one day almost doing almost every session, practicing for every event for like basically a whole day almost.
So when it came to things like the instrumentation or the math, did each of you have different specialties that would kick in on a particular problem?
If I had one to say, I'd say Josh with curve calculations was
lots of curve calculations.
really helped us.
Yeah. Each of us have somewhat different backgrounds. So I think like some of us are more used to using instruments and going around doing that. So some of us are better at that. Some of us have a little more experience doing some of the math and all that. So we had some people specialize in that, and also some people specialize in certain aspects of the math, like the curves or the coordinate geometry, just different things like that.
So turning to a personal note, can you tell me why you chose surveying as a career?
I started in the Klein-Collins Geospatial program, so I kind of just carried over to this university because it had the most impact on, I guess, transferring over from that program.
As for me, I started freshman year of college. I kind of stumbled across being a surveyor, found out that there was such a high job demand for it, and I found the math very fitting for what I'm used to and what I would like to see myself doing in the future.
For me, I chose surveying as a career because it's kind of a balance between getting to go outside in the field and you also get to be inside in the office and do office work too. So it's kind of like a balance of both aspects.
I got into surveying. In my case, my mom started working at the county clerk's office. And at the time, I didn't even know what a surveyor was. And she said, I got a job I think you might like. And well, now I'm here.
I also got started in the Klein-Collins survey program, got introduced to it through one of the local surveyors who runs the program. And I was already sort of in engineering adjacent classes, and it piqued my interest with the job opportunities and all that stuff.
I was also a part of the Klein-Collins Geospatial program. I initially wanted to do environmental engineering, but then my engineering teacher kind of pushed me into the program, and I fell in love with it since, so I really like what I'm doing.
Great. So were any of you in the competition previous years?
I was in the competition 2 years ago with Timmy CC as well.
And I was also part of the Klein-Collins team the first year that they went.
I came the last 2 years with Klein-Collins.
This is my first time ever coming.
Along with mine.
Well, thank you so much for visiting with us and telling us about your experiences in the competition and sharing something about your background that led you to surveying as well. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.